Boom, boom. Hello, back in another episode of Conscious Conversations with Seth, Siyon. Told y'all I was coming this week, back to back, back to back. So yep. So this time, like, this is gonna be like, so I have my podcast Outside the Box with Seth Siyon. Um, and I'm working on doing my 25th episode, which is like my kind of like my epic episode, 25th episode since I started. Um, so like this this conscious conversation will be outside the box, very outside the box. So it's not gonna be like the normal conscious conversations. I'm gonna I'm gonna take it out there a little bit. So if you're not open minded, if you're not like if you're in the box, this might not be the episode for you. So just giving you the warning. Also, shout out, que pasa mi bien gente, wepa. All right, so I'm trying to let some people come in. Also, I'm trying to get let some people come in real quick because I want to kind of like interact with my followers and my audience. So if you're watching this live and you have anything you would like me to talk about or elaborate on or whatever, um, comment on my live. That way, I'm gonna be checking it periodically as I'm talking. So if it's something that relates to what I'm talking about, or if it's some not related, just comment. All right, yo, what's up? All right, we got people coming in now. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go back. So what I was saying was, while I'm doing my live, if anybody has anything that they would like for me to talk about or discuss or whatever, put it in the comments, and I'll be checking it. And if I'm like talking about something at the time, I'll write it down that way I can remember it. So what's happening, y'all? What's happening? All right, so I'm gonna get started, and like I said, I'll be checking it. Also, like if you know somebody that want to like hear this, share it. You know what I'm saying? Share it with them. Uh, Tell them to join. All right, so we'll start off with again, this is gonna be outside the box, y'all. This is gonna be a different conscious conversation. It's gonna be more like an outside the box conversation. So I'm gonna start off by talking about like the truth. So like we're in the era now where the truth is about to get exposed more than ever. You know, it's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be kind of like overwhelming. Like it's gonna be like people gonna be like, no, it's gonna be too. It's gonna be overwhelming. It's just like when a dam breach. It starts with that little trickle. See, we in that little trickle phase right now, but it's about to be a breach, and this shit is like it's gonna burst. It's gonna burst, and like the truth is gonna come from all angles. It's gonna come from, and like the people, like the high profile people that people love and people like quote unquote worship. These people gonna get exposed, and they're gonna be detained. It's coming. It's coming. It's like, cause what is hidden in the dark will be found and brought forth to the light. That's the universal law. It's just like, you reap what you sow. Like, that's the universal law. Whatever's been hidden will be brought forth to the light and be exposed. And it's coming. It's coming like very, very soon. So like, and it's already happening. But it's about to it's gonna be on a scale that's it's gonna get it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be overwhelming. And like I said, we've been dealing with it past couple years with it's here and there. But what I'm talking about is gonna be like boom, 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 boom. Like it's gonna be like a machine. Cause like they gonna be popping them like back to back, back to back, back to back at the same time. It's gonna be like that. So it's coming. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? That's from a high profile to average Joe. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody's exempt from this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make it seem like just be celebrities and high profiles and people in the government, which they are going to get exposed. Trust and believe, they are going to get exposed. A lot of religions, a lot of financial bankers, like this shit finna get real. It's finna get real. Um, so just look out for that. It's coming. And like I said, it's not just gonna be the high profile. It's gonna be to the people that you grew up with, to your family. It's gonna be. It's just. It's here. It's here. And that's the message about that as far as the truth. Also, I want to speak on like people. Like I've been watching a lot of reels and stuff like so. You see a lot of people posting up these what they want to call UFOs or whatever. So like I think the name they call is like extraterrestrial beings. You know what I'm saying? And to me they're just higher beings because extraterrestrial is basically meaning like it's something outside of us. You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, they they always been here. You know what I'm saying? They always been here. They're just in a higher realm than we are. And I'm gonna go here because it's outside the box, right? So people have these debates about the Earth being flat and round. It's neither one. It's neither one. Like we are just in a realm. We're just in a realm. That's it. It's no it's no shape to it. It's no form to it. We're just in a realm. And what what they show the Earth to be to appear to be like, this round ball in the sky, that's false. That's false. It's just different realms. We're just in the universe, but it's just different realms. You get what I'm saying? It's like if you draw a circle and then draw like other circles, but it's not an actual circle, but I'm just saying like the realms, kind of like a rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got the different realms or whatever. So again, they've been way before we've been here, and they are now starting to show themselves, and through the sky and other ways, in the sky, to kind of warm people up to the fact that they are here, and they, like, what I'm saying. But their thing is that the thing is the way the government society is going to put it is like they're going to like cause people to fear about it. But trust and believe, you have nothing to fear. These beings are here to help us ascend. We're in 2025, and just you can see the evolvement of this world since the pandemic, like 2019, 2020. You know what I'm saying? These past 5 years has been like, it's like night and day. So we are ascending. We are, the excuse me, epicitating from this 3D. We're trying to evolve to the 5D. You know, so getting past that matrix, which is in between the 3 and the 5. So yeah, it's but no, whenever it's like for people that, and this is the thing about it too. I've said this before in one of my conversations. So understand that the government has projectors in the skies to portray to be these quote unquote ETs or whatever, and these projections are to cause people to fear, the mass to fear, because they want us to fear these beings, even though they're here to help us. They want us to fear them because they don't want us to ascend, because that stops their control. You gotta see how this all working in play. You know what I'm saying? See, we're in the system, in the world system, and they have the control because we're basically slaves to the system. Well, not me, but I'm just saying most people are slaves to the system. You know, they do the 9 to 5, the living, what they call the American dream, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically you just being a slave to the system. You're you're working to keep them rich and to keep them in control. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they the puppet master, you know what I'm saying? And people are the puppets. They just pulling the strings and telling them lies and telling them, yeah, it's deep. But all I'm trying to say is when if you do encounter or see these things like these extraterrestrials in the sky, whatever, they're here to help. You know what I'm saying? And just understand that after a while, they're gonna be coming more often and be trying to communicate more often too. But as far as that, like I told you before with the projection shit, don't even believe that shit. Like that's all that's all man made, and for you to fear and not try to receive the the help that they're trying to give. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like how we was taught that. Well, I'll say like here in this country, it's a lot of Christians, so they believe in the heaven and the hell thing. So like the realm that we are in would be considered the quote unquote hell, which hell actually means the valley of lamentations. So that's very accurate. We're living in the valley of lamentations, and these higher beings, they would be considered to live in what they would call heavens, the heavens, which is it's a state. It's not even a place. It's just a state of love, peace, unity, and oneness, which all equals to bliss and ecstasy. Like you know, we have those terms, bliss and ecstasy, but we have no no idea what that is. We can't even fathom like what that is. So to use them words is like you really have to you really have to understand the like the meaning of the words. Like we have no clue what that's like. We have no clue. All right, so I'm gonna keep it moving. I say that to say this, in which I got a lot more to go though. But I'm gonna kind of keep going and then play back because all the stuff I'm talking about is playing in one another. So also I want to say like we, we need to detox from the world, and when I say that, it's just like when I say detox from the world, basically what I'm saying is like don't be attached or obsessed with anything or anybody in this realm. We have to understand that yes we are flesh, whatever, but our source is spirit, you know what I'm saying? Spiritual, which is spiritual. So what happens is when we get too obsessed with the material and the things and people of the world, that causes a reaction because our soul, our spirit is like, hold on, man, like all you doing is feeding the flesh, feeding the natural mind, the flesh. But what about me? What about me? I'm the source. You see what I'm saying? So that's when that's when you become out of alignment, and that's when things start happening. You become sick. Just things start like when you'll know when you're not in alignment when things start happening with your body and with your insides, because things would just start happening. I can name plenty of things, but even if it's overweight or too skinny, or you have, and it's a sensitive subject, so I'm not gonna name all the diseases and stuff that people experience, but all I'm saying is that's when things start happening, and of course when you go to these witchcraft sorcery, witches, doctors, they're gonna tell you that, oh, it's because of the food that you're eating, or it's because of you've been drinking, or they're gonna just give off an excuse. When at the end of the day, that's not what it was. It's just that you're out of alignment with your inner self, that spirit, that soul. Because at the end of the day, we all eat and drink bad shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody. Yes, there are people that try to, eat organic and, do all this stuff, but at the end of the day, we all ain't nothing pure. Nothing is pure. So at the end of the day, once you understand that, once you start getting your inner self, your spirit right, everything else will balance out. I'm a living testimony of this. Trust and believe me. I'm a living testimony. I'm not just speaking this, just to be speaking this. I experienced this, from blood pressure to cholesterol to anxiety. Uh, Damn, it was something else. But anyway, I've been through this. You know what I'm saying? And once I started getting my spirit right and into my true essence, all that shit was gone. And I didn't do nothing different. Ate the same thing, did the same shit, whatever. But I took time to get to know my true essence and my inner self, and work on my spirituality, and having a relationship with the Creator, and belief. Like, that right there is true healing. That is the natural true healing. Also, there's healing in nature, natural true healing. Grounding yourself, walking barefoot, holding trees, to the beach. The beach is a good place to detox from material and the world. The mountains, all these things are natural resources that we can use to charge our spirit, to connect with the Creator, connect with nature, because everything is oneness. So once you start doing that, you will see that everything will start to align with the self. You get what I'm saying? Also, make sure that you understand that just because people say that they believe in a higher power, Creator, I call him Yahweh, God, whatever, Jehovah, Allah, whatever, many names, whatever. The thing about it is, when you have to truly believe, and not just saying it. That's two different things. Because saying something and practicing something is two different things. A lot of people walk around and say, I believe in this, I believe in that, but their actions say otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So don't deceive yourself. Be honest with yourself. And if it's something that you feel like, you saying okay, yeah, I believe, but you really don't, you need to figure that shit out. Understand what your intentions are. Understand what you want. Understand what you believe. It's like, and I can go back to what I talked about yesterday. If you don't have that isolation and solitude to yourself, you'll never get to know yourself, because you're gonna always be influenced by other things, other people, and whatever you consume on a daily basis. And that's going to keep you distracted from who you are, living your purpose. You end up living other people's lives or other people's dreams, and not living your own. So you just have to you cannot deceive yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. Yep. So at the end of the day, just understand that, be true to yourself, because you can fool Joe, Mary, Sam, whoever, but at the end of the day, you still have to come back to yourself. Don't fool yourself. Be honest with yourself. Learn yourself. Evolve yourself. Reform yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're not here to be complacent. We're not here to be robots. We're not here to, conform to this societal um, circus that we got going on. And a lot of people, like I said, this is outside the box, which I explained that in the beginning. So, this is not like your normal conscious conversation. This is more of like enlightenment and and real and just real truth and revelation. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just something that was given to me to give to y'all, and that's it. So I'm not gonna hold up too long because I got some more stuff coming this week. And also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. I do my podcast. I will be starting that back very soon. Outside the Box with Seth Siyon. And if you haven't checked out my older episodes, make sure you go back and check my older episodes on my YouTube. And also with my conscious conversations, because from beginning to now, they all kind of go along. So if you like, this message might clarify something that I spoke on a couple episodes before. So make sure you go back and check them. Make sure you share them, because there are other people out there that know the stuff that I'm talking about, or believe the stuff that I'm talking about, but don't know how to talk about it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the one that's just gonna put it out there for those that who know what I'm talking about. And for the rest of y'all, it's all good. It's all love, baby. Everybody has their own purpose. Everything has their own timing. My job is to drop the seeds, and I'm not trying to water it. I give that to Yahweh, to the Creator. He gonna water it. I'm just dropping the seeds. Keep it moving. You know. Again, this is for my audience. I'm outside the box. I'm not in no box, so some things I'm gonna talk about, you might be like, "What the world?" But at the end of the day, everything will come into fruition in its time. I don't know when, but it will. Trust and believe that. All right, y'all. Before I roll, does anybody got anything they would like to talk about, or want me to talk about, voice about? And, all right, y'all. Well, if nobody has nothing to talk about, I catch y'all on the next train. And as always, get out in nature, ground yourself, exercise, work out, eat fruits. That's where your true water is at. In fruits, watermelons, fruits, cantaloupes. That's where you get them. That's where you get your true water at. Coconut. Also, make sure you just. I got a challenge for y'all, man. Like, get to yourself in the quiet. Close your eyes and don't think about nothing for 10 seconds. It sounds easy. It sounds easy, but I challenge everybody on that. And just let me know how that turns out for you. Just again, get in the quiet to yourself, close your eyes, and don't think about nothing for 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds, 10 seconds. And let me know how that turned out. Again, it sounds easier, but it's actually not it's not an easy task to do, because and what this does is it's going to exercise your mind to learn how to, like, just clear it. Like clear your mind from the world, clear your mind from everything in and of the world. And it's gonna take time to actually. It's 10 seconds. It sounds like it's easy, but I'm telling you, just try it. And it's hard. It's very hard, but practice that until you can do it, and then let me know how that turns out. You'll be a whole nother person. Again, just sit to yourself in the quiet, close your eyes, and not thinking about anything for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, y'all. Let me know how that turned out. I'll be back to y'all again. Make sure you share, like, comment, and also when I do my next live, make sure you subscribe first, so that way when I do my lives, you get notifications. Cause I want to start interacting with the audience. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to like give me some topics and things to talk about too. So do that, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Hey, peace.